If they play dirty, do not get louder, get sharper. This world does not reward the most honest heart. It rewards the most aware mind. Look around, at work, in friendships, in business. The most dangerous people are not the angry ones. They are calm, polite, reasonable. They smile while shifting the ground under your feet. Machiavelli was never teaching people how to be evil. That is the excuse weak minds use when truth makes them uncomfortable. He was teaching survival, awareness, position, how to stay standing in rooms where everyone else is pretending. This video is not about becoming cruel. It is about becoming untouchable. Because refusing to see the game does not remove you from it. It only makes you the easiest piece on the board. Here are 10 Machiavellian psychology tricks that help you stop reacting, stop bleeding energy, and stop getting played by people who understand human behavior better than you were ever taught. 1. Why dirty players target good people. The people who get played the most are not stupid. They are good. They are consistent, predictable, transparent. They assume shared values, shared rules, shared decency. That assumption is the opening. Dirty players do not hunt strength. They hunt patterns. They watch who hesitates, who explains, who feels guilty setting boundaries. They notice who rushes to restore harmony and who avoids discomfort. Good people expect fairness. Dirty players expect opportunity. Every time you assume others will act like you surrender timing and control. You self-limit before they ever have to push. Kindness is not the weakness. Readability is. When someone knows how long you tolerate disrespect, how many chances you give, how slow you escalate, they stop guessing. They calculate. Machiavelli understood that morality without awareness becomes exposure in hostile environments. 2. The power of controlled weakness. Obvious strength attracts resistance. Hidden strength invites mistakes. Controlled weakness is not incompetence. It is restraint. When people think you see everything, they hide everything. When they think you missed something, they reveal everything. Let them underestimate your awareness. Let them assume you are passive. They relax. They rush. They over-explain. I learned this working a job where a coworker kept subtly shifting blame. I noticed it early but said nothing. I let him think I was unaware. 2 weeks later, he contradicted himself in front of the manager without pressure. He exposed his own pattern. I never accused him. I never reacted. The situation resolved itself. Machiavelli knew impatience follows perceived advantage. Do not rush to prove intelligence. That shuts down information. Collect first, move later. 3. Why explaining yourself makes you lose. The moment you explain yourself, you give away authority. Explanations invite evaluation. Evaluation invites judgment. Dirty players are not listening to understand. They are listening to extract angles. Every reason you give becomes a handle they can pull later. Silence cannot be misquoted. It cannot be reframed. What remains unsaid cannot be used against you. Authority does not justify itself. It decides. When you explain, you reveal priorities, fears, emotional pressure points. You show them where to push next time. Say less. Choose words like tools, not confessions. 4. Dirty players do not attack. They position. Direct confrontation creates resistance. Positioning creates outcomes. Dirty players design situations where any reaction works against you. They wait for witnesses. They choose timing. They let contrast do the work. They stay calm while you look emotional. They frame without accusing, suggest without opposing. Defending yourself loudly often confirms the frame. Machiavelli understood that reputation is destroyed through implication, not accusation. The counter is composure, minimal reaction, observation. Do not play the role they assigned you. 5. Why fairness is a trap. Fairness only works when both sides agree to play by the same rules. The moment one side abandons that agreement, fairness stops being virtue and becomes liability. Dirty players understand this instinctively. They step outside the rules while quietly relying on the fact that you will stay loyal to them. That loyalty slows you down. You pause. You question yourself. You ask what is right. While you are doing that, they move. This is the imbalance that decides outcomes before they are visible. You weigh ethics. They count leverage. You worry about appearing harsh. They worry about positioning. Justice without enforcement is decoration. It looks good on the wall, but it does not stop anyone from taking what they want. I have watched people lose promotions, money, influence, and respect while telling themselves they did the honorable thing. They mistook moral comfort for strategic strength. Dirty players never make that mistake. They do not fear fairness, they exploit it. They know that people who cling to fairness in unequal situations will hesitate to introduce consequences. Accuracy beats fairness every time. Accuracy responds to behavior, not ideals. When someone crosses a line, accuracy answers proportionally and calmly. No speeches, no emotional flair, just cost. Dirty players only adjust when actions become expensive. Principles alone do not move them. Consequences do. 6. The psychology of delayed response. Speed looks powerful on the surface. It feels decisive. It feels confident. In reality, speed often serves the person applying pressure, not the person responding to it. Patience is the real power. Dirty players depend on urgency. They provoke and then watch closely. How fast did you answer? How emotional was the reply? Did you rush to explain or defend? A delayed response removes their feedback loop. Without feedback, they lose calibration. They do not know if they pushed too far or not far enough. Silence creates discomfort. Minds start racing. Doubt creeps in. They replay the interaction, second-guessing tone, intent, and outcome. The pressure quietly reverses. Those who rush leak information. They reveal priorities, emotional triggers, and limits. Those who wait collect data. They notice follow-up messages, changes in tone, escalation attempts. Each moment of delay exposes more about the other side. Delayed response signals self-control, authority, options. It communicates that you are not being dragged by emotion or urgency. You are choosing timing. You are deciding when engagement serves you. You are not avoiding. You are positioning. Burn this into your thinking. Whoever controls the pace controls the exchange. 7. Why they try to confuse your identity. Control becomes effortless the moment someone starts doubting who they are. Dirty players understand this, which is why they rarely attack behavior directly. Instead, they go after self-concept. They imply you changed, that you are not the same person anymore, that you are being difficult, cold, or unreasonable. These comments sound harmless on the surface, even caring, but the goal is not understanding. The goal is disorientation. Once you begin questioning your identity, resistance weakens from the inside. You hesitate before acting. You second-guess instincts that used to feel natural. You start looking outward for validation instead of inward for alignment. Energy that should be used for observation and decision-making gets trapped in self-doubt. That internal friction is exactly what dirty players want. Machiavelli saw rulers fall not because enemies were stronger, but because clarity fractured. Once identity became unstable, decisions turned inconsistent. Inconsistency invited challenge. The defense is private definition. Decide who you are away from pressure, not inside it. Values, boundaries, and direction must be anchored internally. When identity is self-defined, external commentary loses power. Manipulation fails because there is nothing loose to pull. 8. The underrated weapon of inconsistency. Consistency feels safe. It feels reliable, but consistency also creates patterns. Patterns create prediction, and prediction creates control. Dirty players study reactions. They test boundaries. They build models of how you respond under pressure. Once that model is complete, they plan around it. Controlled inconsistency shatters their map. When your behavior varies intentionally, prediction fails. Be available sometimes, distant other times. Engage fully in one moment and withdraw calmly in the next. Not out of emotion, but out of choice. This variation creates caution. People slow down when outcomes are uncertain. They hesitate before pushing. They rethink assumptions. This is not chaos. It is variation with intent. Access becomes something earned, not guaranteed. When access is no longer automatic, behavior adjusts. Respect increases quietly without confrontation. Many people fear appearing inconsistent because they want to be seen as stable and dependable. Dirty players exploit that fear by using predictability against them. Machiavelli understood that familiarity is required for control. The more familiar you are, the easier you are to manage. Remove familiarity and leverage fades. 9. Why walking away creates fear. Dirty players depend on reaction. Engagement confirms relevance. As long as you respond, explain, or argue, the interaction continues to feed their influence. Walking away removes the stage. Without an audience, the performance collapses. Absence creates uncertainty. Uncertainty creates fear. When you disengage without explanation, people reassess everything. Did they misjudge you? Did they overreach? Did they lose control of the situation? That internal questioning is far more unsettling than confrontation. Power is maintained through access. As long as others can reach you, provoke you, or pull responses out of you, leverage exists. Remove access and pressure collapses. Indifference becomes the strongest signal. It communicates that engagement is optional, not necessary. You do not need closure to move forward. You do not need resolution to regain control. Many people stay engaged because they believe walking away looks weak. In reality, it signals self-sufficiency. Sometimes power does not argue. Sometimes it simply exits. 10. The final Machiavellian truth. Machiavelli never promised peace. He promised position. The goal is not to win arguments. It is to become costly to engage with. Dirty players operate where access is cheap. When reactions are measured, explanations are minimal, and engagement is selective. Behavior changes. You are not dominating others. You are mastering yourself. Power is not loud. It is alignment. When you stop chasing outcomes, outcomes shift. When you stop defending identity, identity stabilizes. When you stop reacting on command, people become careful around you, not because you threatened them, because they cannot read you anymore. Unreadable people are expensive to deal with. If they play dirty, do not mirror their chaos. That keeps you trapped inside their frame. Outsmarting them mentally is not about tricks. It is about clarity. Clarity about who you are, what you allow, where your energy goes. You do not need to confront every move. You do not need to win every exchange. You do not need to be liked. Your job is not approval. Your job is position. Once people realize you do not panic, do not over-explain, and do not chase resolution, they stop playing dirty with you. Not out of morality, out of self-interest, because manipulation only works where access is cheap. Stay sharp, stay aware, and never play a game you do not understand. Thank you for watching. If you want more raw, uncut insights, join my free newsletter. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.